And it's a very interesting situation we find ourselves in at the moment. The tax burden is at a 70-year high. We're seeing, rising fuel costs. Council tax was reported the other day. The Chartered Institute of Public Finance and Accountancy Group expects that to go up by 3.5% or £65 on average for consumers. So this national insurance hike comes at a really bad time for both, consumers and businesses. And one would hope that the Chancellor will at least postpone this rise at his spring statement.
There's certainly a lot of pressure in the media and on Conservative backbenchers for him to do that. I wonder, is it just too late? This is a tax rise that is set to come in just mere weeks' time. Turning around now might not be, given we know how much of a Goliath the government can be, how inefficient the government can be sometimes, might the Chancellor be more tempted next week to apply targeted benefits, perhaps, government spending, rather than reducing government tax rises?
Yes, I think unfortunately you could be right. I mean, we've already seen the people in bands A to D with their council tax will receive £150 rebate. Similarly, the Chancellor is doing this sort of £200 loans with energy bills. So, I mean, as I said, the average employee is going to lose about £400 because of the national insurance rise. It does seem a bit silly that you're sort of taking with one hand and then giving back with the other. I mean, the question is sort of why do it in the first place? But you spoke there about government inefficiency, and I think what really irks me, and I suspect will irk many of your viewers, is that, the government, okay, we have had a tough couple of years with COVID and everything else that has happened, but why is government's first inclination when it needs to raise money to dip into our pockets? Why does it never look at a policy we're very fond of, which is save to spend? This is looking for savings elsewhere in government expenditure. And we know through our own research that the government wastes billions, if not tens of billions of pounds every year. If it were to ramp up its efficiency, eradicate wasteful spending, then it wouldn't need to hike national insurance, particularly at a time like this, when it probably is the worst possible time to be hiking taxes, especially as many households are struggling to make ends meet every month.
Certainly, it does seem that this is going to be a particular